Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to dive into one of the shortest, but honestly one of the most powerful chapters in the entire Qur'an, Surah Al-Kawthar. We're talking just 3 verses, but what's so incredible is that it packs a complete 3-act story, a story of a divine promise, a call to gratitude, and an ultimate powerful reversal. It's an absolute masterclass in storytelling. Okay, let's get right into it. The story kicks off with this massive, powerful opening line. It's a direct promise from God to the Prophet Muhammad. Indeed, we have granted you Al-Kawthar. And right away we're hit with this beautiful mystery. What on earth is Al-Kawthar? And notice the language. It doesn't say we will grant you. It says we have granted you. It's already done. That little detail is everything, and it sets the stage for the entire chapter.
And believe it or not, that was just verse 1. The entire chapter, just 3 verses long. Talk about getting straight to the point, right? So let's unpack this whole story, one verse at a time.
All right, so Act 1. This is all about that promise of abundance. To really get what's going on, we have to first wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this gift. This is the big question, isn't it? The word itself just sounds huge, majestic. But what does it actually mean? The whole chapter really hinges on understanding this one single term. You know, a lot of people think of Al-Kawthar as a specific river in paradise, and it is that. But it's also so much bigger. The root of the word means abundance. We're talking about an overwhelming, can't-be-stopped, never-ending flood of goodness. It's not just one thing, it's every good thing. Wisdom, mercy, honor, a lasting legacy, all of it, given in a quantity that can never, ever run out. It's the ultimate symbol of pure, unstoppable generosity. Okay, so if you've been given a gift of that magnitude, I mean a literal river of goodness, what do? Well, that brings us right into Act 2 of our story. A gift like this doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It kind of demands a response. And so the story pivots from what was given to what you should do in return. And it just makes sense, doesn't it? When you get something so incredibly immense, the only real fitting response you can have is just pure gratitude. And the second verse is super direct. It lays out exactly how to channel that feeling into action. And this gratitude isn't just about feeling thankful. No, it's expressed through 2 very specific, very clear actions. First, so pray to your Lord, turning your focus to the one and only source of that amazing gift. And second, and sacrifice, a real physical act of giving back and showing devotion. The response is just as focused as the gift was generous. And now we get to Act 3. This is where the story delivers its final, dramatic punch. Everything up to this point has been a kind of conversation between the prophet and God, a gift and a response. But this last verse, it takes a sharp turn and becomes this powerful public statement. It is a stunning reversal. But to really feel the full weight of this final verse, you have to know the backstory. See, this chapter wasn't revealed in some quiet, peaceful moment. It was a direct response to a really painful, really personal attack. Understanding the insult is the key that unlocks the power of the comeback. And the insult all centered around this one word, al-abtar. In that time and place, this was a devastating thing to call someone. It means the one cut off. It was aimed at a man who had no sons, and it implied that his family line, his memory, his entire legacy would just be severed. It would die with him. It was like calling him a historical dead end. So here's what was going on. After the tragic death of his infant son, the prophet's enemies started taunting him with this exact word. They called him El-Abtar, the one who's cut off, the one with no future. But then, the final verse takes that very same insult and turns it right back on them, like a mirror. It declares that the one who is truly cut off is the enemy. Indeed, your enemy is the one who is cut off. That's it. That's the final word. A statement of absolute, undeniable fact. While his enemies were defining legacy in these very physical, worldly terms, this verse just completely redefines the whole concept. The real point is that someone who's connected to Al-Kawthar, that infinite source of goodness, can never be cut off. It's their enemies, the ones who are severed from that goodness, who will be the ones that history forgets. So there you have it, the whole story, in 3 verses. You have the gift, this incredible promise of infinite abundance. Then the response, a call to show thanks through real, focused action. And finally, the reversal, a powerful declaration that completely changes the meaning of legacy. It's a journey from a promise to devotion to absolute triumph. And that really brings us to the big question that this whole explainer leaves us with. The entire chapter just pushes us to ask, where does a true legacy actually come from? Is it about things we can see, like family lines and status, things that can be visibly cut off? Or does a real, unending legacy, an extension of Al-Kawthar itself, come from being connected to something eternal, something divine? This short chapter seems to suggest the answer is pretty clear, leaving us to think about what is truly abundant and what is truly cut off.